Anand Tandon, apologies, independent analyst coming and speaking with us. Anand, we're speaking about paints. Give us a sense, this very strong growth that Asian Paints has clocked in this quarter, Q2, double-digit growth leading to a beat in earnings. Is it turning a corner?
Well, one could certainly say that. I mean, frankly, one could have anticipated that the results will be good simply on the fact that there has been a management change in Birla Opus. And that itself gives you the indication that the competition has not managed to breach the fortress Asian Paints. But despite that, the volume growth has been impressive. One has to wait to see how the management responds. But the reason for staying away from this sector was twofold. One is that there are too many new players coming in with a lot of capital, and therefore the competition intensity would have increased. And along with that was the challenge of the valuation that Asian Paints is far from cheap. But the first one now seems to have somewhat receded, and from that perspective, one major overhang on the stock is perhaps gone out, assuming that this trend can continue.
Right. So,
Tata Steel, Anand, do you have a view with regard to commodities and specifically steel?
So in general, I'm bullish on commodities. Unfortunately, the numbers that are listed in India are very few. You basically have steel and aluminum, and I think both of them, especially aluminum, has had a strong run, therefore looks a little toppish. Steel is more domestic because of the protection. The international steel margins are nothing to shout about. So from that point of view, if you have to be in it, you should be looking at the domestic players. I think some of the other commodities are ones that one could look at, things like coal, etc., which haven't done much in the recent past, or for example, copper and zinc and so on, where the ways to play it in India are severely limited, unfortunately.
All right, but bullish nonetheless, right, Anand? Is that the right directionally bullish? You may not have specific names there.
That's right.
Okay, point taken. All right, so positive with regard to metals. Talk to us about defense, Anand. It's been one of the bigger movers over the last few sessions. Talk to us about how you're looking at defense.
Clearly, something that has a very strong order book. Unfortunately, the execution capability leaves much to be desired for most of the leading companies, the ones which are platform manufacturers, which essentially means that the smaller companies are the ones that are able to deliver. The orders, of course, come to the big ones. So the companies like HAL, etc., are still struggling to get their act together. We still have problems that we are dependent on imports for most of the critical components, whether they be the electronics or the engines and so on. But broadly, I think overall defense will remain a theme for many years to come, not only domestically, but across the world. I think most companies have been somewhat re-rated. If you were to look at Indian defense manufacturers, the big ones, they're actually trading at a significant premium to many other companies around the world, including their own suppliers or partners globally. So from an Indian perspective, you should actually continue to hold on to them, obviously. But if you are looking to make money, it might be a good way to look outside India and not just restrict yourself to India.